Good day to you and how you be, everybody. This is John Agosto from Taino Inc. I appreciate all of you for clicking in and willing to rock with me in my print shop. We're gonna have a blast, man. I got some topics I want to talk about. Have you saw I just put my stainless griddle on a little backyard. We're gonna do some little sandwiches and all of that. That's gonna be part of it. It's gonna be awesome, man. And the other thing I noticed that I know you guys are asking why it's been like more than 2 months, 2 months and a half. I haven't posted a video. I've been a little busy here, but I'm trying to, get my YouTube going a different way. I don't want to keep repeating the same thing. I have done everything that has to do with screen printing. I just don't want to come and repeat the whole thing. I don't want to do that because it gets boring. So here's a little thing. I'm going to be doing what I've been doing in the last like 5-6 videos where I'm going to answer some comments. Going to look, read some comments, answer the questions. We're going to have some fun. And then the other thing is I'm going to talk about today is I had to print some shirts for the school where it requires the logo in the front and numbers. And this one is about the numbers. When it comes to the numbers, how to not go to vinyl or buy that little number set that costs like, I think like $2,000. It's crazy. How to just get 10 screens from 0 to 9 and just do the numbers. It was good that all he wanted was from 0 to 9 each color. So I had black, I had blue, yellow, green. And you could even let your client know that right now I only could do one number on the back if it's possible. If not, look at one of my videos I have done where you could just slide and do the 2 numbers with just having 10 screens, man. You don't have to go and buy and spend all that money, man. No. Or do vinyl, which is time consuming. You don't even want to do that. Where I have to cut, I have to weed, I have to heat press, none of that in a line, none of that, man. But we're gonna have a good time, and today's topic has to do. I was looking at a video and I was surprised when I found out that Trader Joe's is suing a t-shirt company for infringing, right, on their logo. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to have this lady talking about what's the difference between a copyright and a trademark. We're going to get a little knowledge on that. But yeah, I wish that they do not fold. They go to court with them because they could beat them, man. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's do this. Okay, let's get started. When it comes to screen printing numbers, all you need is numbers in the front, and you know that baseball and basketball, they usually have a number like the logo in the front and then a little number in the bottom, same number. So what you do is take your film and print them out. See, this is number 5 right here. So the back, the number size has to be about 8.5. You could go 9.5, but 8.5 is a good number. And if you see on my film here, I have a little one here. That's gonna be for the front. So you already have one screen to print the back and the front. And what you do to print the front is just leave the screen where it's at, and just move your palette. Once you put the logo, then you just move your palette and make sure that it's right under the logo, right here. And that's how you print the numbers. And on your screen, this is how it's gonna look. It's gonna look just like this. You're gonna have the number, place it, and then you just move the palette. You'll be able to print the number on the back and the front. Very easy. Now you have 10 screens to do that. So I have a video that it shows you, it's called Printing Numbers. It's gonna tell you, it's gonna show you how to even move if you have a rear clamp on your press, all you gotta do is move the screen, place that number, and then line up the other one, and then move it to the right, and then move it to the left. But you gotta keep one palette with the film. keep one palette with the film, and then you use your registration, and that's how you align them. That's how you align them. Bring the 5, align it on the side, and then bring the other one, have 2 numbers, just like this video here, showing you 2 numbers, and just move it to the side. The good thing about my Thunder is that I got side clamps, and I could just slide them. I don't even have to adjust all I gotta do is once they align, just slide them to the left, and the other one slide it to the right, and they work perfectly. That's why I love this one. It has 6 colors, so it will help me to do 6. Before I was doing 4, so I only had to put it from 0 to 3. Now I could go from 0 to 5, and I'll be able to, and that's how you screen print numbers. So if you're looking to really understand how it works, go check out my video. It's called Screen Printing Numbers. Look for 10 screens that you've been using for a while. Do not throw them out, and just code them really good and put numbers. And all you got to do is just take them to the wash booth, clean out the ink and all that, have them fresh for the next job, and you will always be able to print numbers, man. So that's how you screen print numbers now. Now, let's go to the comments. The first comment I got from Bordadors Ortiz 73. His question is, I have a question. How far do you put your artwork from your registration marks in Photoshop? Well, keep it within 2 inches, 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Don't make your registration marks far off from your image, because it's not, you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have issues. Just try to keep it as close as you can, 1.5, 2 inches off from your design, top and bottom, so you'll be able to register and you won't have no issues, because the further is from the image, now it changes, you know, especially if you have rear clamps. It's like pushing, it's pulling. You're gonna have some issues with it. Keep it at least 1.5, 2 inches tops from your image. Okay, the next question is from Jake Scorpion 1. Why does the white come out so good on black shirt, but not when I do it? You made 2 swipes, usually takes 2 quotes. Yes, it does. It takes 2 quotes, but when you're starting first, make sure you have a good, proper off contact. Sometimes when it comes to white, get it up a little higher just so it could deposit more ink, and then give it about 2, 3 swipes. Flash. Make sure you flash. If you don't have a flasher, get a heat gun and just dry it up a little bit. You understand? Bring it back and repeat that same process, 2 to 3 swipes, and I guarantee you that white ink is gonna look awesome. The one I'm using now is from Screen Print Direct, is that white ink. I'm very shocked with that. I thought it was not gonna be as good as the one before, because the one I used to use was on Wilflex, and they raised it up where I cannot get a gallon no more, and I gotta get 5 gallons. I can't do that right now, man. 1 gallon, keep it for that good ink. But very surprised how the Screen Print Direct white ink was, the opacity was perfect, and it was smoother. Actually, it was much smoother, easier to print, especially when you got to do about 100, 200 shirts on a white ink and flash. It's exhausting, man, but with smoother ink, much better, but do that. 3 swipes, flash, 3 swipes, make sure that off contact is good, and you're gonna get a perfect white ink, okay? All right, the next comment, I didn't wanna answer this comment. I didn't reply when he comment. My lady Jeanette is like, don't comment. I don't comment on those, but here in this video, I'm gonna comment. This is a comment from Kendall France 661. Oh man, he must have seen a video of me separating some colors on Photoshop, and he comes and comments, are we separating colors or making a fucking sandwich? You believe that? I looked at the video. I showed you how to separate colors. Now, I gave you a little bonus of little sandwich. But let me tell you something, Kendall France 661. Yes, that I talk about screen printing. It might look like a screen printing channel, but no, this is my channel. Nobody tells me what I do in my channel. I could post whatever I want in my channel, whatever I want to put around my channel. This is my channel. This is John Taino Ink channel, yo. All right? It's not a screen printing channel, and I'm not gonna go with what you want me to do and all that. So that's kind of a rude comment, man. I hope that you don't unsubscribe, watch, and then maybe apologize for that comment, man. Come on, I don't get a lot of hate comment on my YouTube. I'm just surprised because I've seen a lot of hate comments in other channels, but pretty good, man. I have a very good community that watches my channel, and that's why I love you all, man. Okay? So sorry I have to comment on that, but I had to, man. I had to, yo. Come on, candle friends. Come on, don't do that. Next comment is from user FP9KRSS9D. Ooh, what a big name, man. All right. Do you flash dry between colors and you put tape on the bottom of your screen to hide registration layout marks? Before this machine, how did 3-color get done? Thanks in advance. All right. This comment comes from a CMYK. When you're doing CMYK, when you get that ink of CMYK, you don't have to flash. You could flash it, it'll look better. Believe me, I did it both ways. If you flash each color, it comes out a little more opacity, but that color is meant to go wet on wet because you want that yellow to blend and go into the magenta, so then it could create the color. They have to be kind of already almost wet, not completely dry. You're gonna have some issues. So yeah, when it comes to CMYK, you do wet on wet, and you don't have to flash. You don't have to flash, man. Okay. Thank you for your comment, user FP9KRSS9D. All right, man. So right now, let's get to the news, man. So if you guys haven't noticed that this weekend was the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Hip-hop started right here, right near my block right here in Sedgwick. That's where hip-hop started, man. And yes, I used to break dance. Check it out. Yeah, that's what I used to do. I loved it. We started with the hip-hop. I'm one of the first generation when it comes to that. But it was a beautiful hip-hop movement, man. But what I'm talking about is that what happened with Trader Joe's, it just hit me back to the 90s, the early 90s, when Two Life Crew went to court for copyright issues, okay? The copyright issues, I'm gonna show you this little video from this lady from TikTok. She explains to you what is a copyright issue. Check it out.
In today's digital age, it is essential to understand the difference between trademarks and copyrights. So this knowledge will help you protect your creative works and your business identity. Let's dive into the differences between the two. Trademarks safeguard brands, logos, slogans, and things that distinguish your goods and services in the marketplace. They protect your company's identity and prevent others from using similar marks that may confuse customers. Think of trademarks as the face of your business, but copyrights, on the other hand, secure original artistic or literary works such as music, books, photographs, paintings, software, and they give the creator exclusive rights to reproduce, distribute, and display your creations. Copyrights protect your unique expressions, if you will. Here's a quick comparison. Trademarks protect brands, logos, slogans. They ensure that the brand identity, it prevents confusion in the marketplace, whereas a copyright protects artistic or literary works. And then it grants exclusive rights to the creator, and it preserves the originality and creative expressions of the work. So the main difference is that trademarks protect your business identity, while copyrights safeguard your creative expressions.
That was just explaining to you the difference between trademark and copyright. Yeah. But then it hit me back to say, let me just show you a little clip of Two Life Crew, which he changed the whole system. Let me tell you. And I'm bringing it up because this has to do with music, but it also has to do with designing. So if you want to do a parody of an image and change it up, it's a joke. It's a parody, man. So this is what the shirt that printed some shirts from Trader Joe's is going through. The Trader Joe's is suing them, but I believe they could beat them just because of that. All they got to do is go here. Yes, that this got to do with music, but it's the same thing. It's a parody. It's a joke. So let me just show you the thing with Two Life Crew. If you guys don't know about Two Life Crew, was a hip hop, band that started early, and then he got sued for not only the First Amendment, like NWA, same thing, but that one he beat. The second one, it was infringement, taking a song and then making a parody, which that we also could do. We could take an art and make it into a parody. It falls in the same category. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not saying you could do it. Just do your research. But if it happens and they suing you, take it to court, man, and follow the Two Life Crew, because he opened the door for us to able to do this. Let's look at this video.
That's how we started.
Through the court cases, backlash from lawmakers, and protest against the group, Two Life Crew kept climbing the charts. But another battle was brewing over parody, the sampling of other artists' music, specifically Roy Orbison's hit song, Pretty Woman.
That was the parody he made, Pretty Woman. And he called it Hairy Woman. And it blew up. And that's why they were suing. But, he had called them to see if he could use it, never replied. So he went with it, and then he called it Hairy Woman. And that was the problem. Once he made that song, they took him to court.
Clean version of As Nasty As They Wanna Be, titled As Clean As They Wanna Be, they included a parody of the song, and Supreme Court in 1994.
Right here.
Pretty Woman, we didn't really think of it like we was really doing anything out the way or different than what we normally do. Either a publishing company and the record company that had the Roy Orbison music looked at it as a money grab. They didn't look at it like it was a form of art. They looked at it as a form of stealing somebody else's work.
And it is a form of art. That's why if you decide to take a copyright image and then create your own art to it, make it different, make it look different. Just like over here in the Bronx, we have like the Bugs Bunny, like Gangster, or Bugs Bunny doing something, is dressed differently, smoking some weed or something. That's a parody is. They could take you to court, then you're gonna have to battle it. But yeah, they always gonna do that. By you doing that, you're taking a risk of them taking you to court. But going through this, you should be able to win if you have a good lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Don't come and do something and then get sued and then come, hey, Taino, they sued me because you told me you could do it. No, you cannot do it. You have to, it's a risk that you're doing, So you have to be careful. But yeah, it's a parody. All you gotta look is at music. It's a parody. Art is a music. Remember the lady that I showed you earlier? She said, it's artistic. So anything artistic, you can make a parody out of it, and you're gonna do good.
I'm supposed to be singing the clean version. What's happening?
After being denied permission to sample the copyrighted song, Uncle Luke and company decided to publish the song anyway as a parody, prompting a lawsuit from the label behind the original Pretty Woman.
Two Live Crew's song was a parody that made fair use of the original.
There it is. Two Life Crew's song was a parody that made fair use of the original. You could make fair use of any original as long as it's a parody.
In a unanimous decision, the justices ruled in favor of Two Life Crew, setting the precedent for fair use and parody.
That's what the thing with Trader Joe's is going through, right? Because that person used the Trader Joe's logo and made it into a parody. And I'm gonna show you what really happened. What type of logo was it that got them to want to sue? And I have a little, hint in my mind why they suing. And once you see this video, you're gonna see why they suing them. And it has nothing to do with they using their logo. It's for something else, and it comes into politics. Check it out.
Trader Joe's has filed a lawsuit against a t-shirt maker saying that it's tarnishing its image. In the suit filed on Thursday in the U.S. District Court in the Central District of California, Trader Joe's has asked a t-shirt company called AT Fashion LLC multiple times since March of 2020 to stop making and selling these t-shirts that use a design very similar to the Trader Joe's logo. Some of these t-shirts even feature President Joe Biden with the words Trader Joe on.
You get it now? That's why. It comes to politics. If it was something else, maybe put Trump in it or something, I don't know. They will not even care, but I guess this is their precedent, so they got upset and they want that shirt out, and they've been selling since 2020, making a killer.
Underneath. The t-shirt, according to the lawsuit, uses a very similar font and color and the general composition as the Trader Joe logo. The profane t-shirt that they are arguing against causes further injury by tarnishing Trader Joe's reputation of the Trader Joe's brand. Trader Joe has also noted that they believe the t-shirt company is using a fictitious name, and that said it is unable to determine the true name of the manufacturer. Now, this t-shirt company certainly has a First Amendment right to...
There you go. First Amendment right, that's the first one. Could say whatever I want. Now, let's see what she says about the copyright issue.
Put Joe Biden's face on their t-shirts and say what they will, but they do not have the right to infringe upon Trader Joe's trademark. This is going to be fun to watch.
You get it? They do not have. And the Trader Joe's logo, if I was to do something like that, I will just change the font, because that's what she said. It has the same font and it has the same color. If I want to keep that font, then I could change the color. Just get that color off a little. But she's saying that they're saying it's not able to use it, but it's like she said, it's gonna be fun to watch. So I'm gonna keep an eye on what's the decision, and one day I'm gonna come and see if they won or not. I'm gonna follow and find out what happened. I'm gonna look for that t-shirt company and get any updates. But yeah, that's what you're gonna do, and I believe that is the reason why it has to do with politics, because it could, if it would have done something else with another face or somebody else that has nothing to do with politics, they will not care. But it's all politics, and when you bring politics into your design, you might have some issues, man. So at the end, we're gonna keep an eye on it. So if you like this video, press that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Be thankful always, be grateful always, and just let God take you on the ride. Peace out.